Pleased now to be joined by Silverbacks assistant coach Carter Cochrane following another win, third win in a row, this time 5-3 in regulation over the West Kelowna Warriors. Carts, first off, just want to get your thoughts on the game overall, and then maybe you can finish with a regulation win, first one of the year, and what that's like.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to play 60 minutes of a hockey game again instead of 60 plus, especially when you're playing 4 games in 5 nights. You definitely didn't want to make this any longer or more difficult than it had to be, but just an overall really good job by our guys top to bottom. You know, I thought we put together a 60-minute effort, probably our most complete effort of the year, especially when you factor in all the circumstances of the game, playing our 4th and 5 nights here and a couple quick turnarounds mixed in there as well. I just thought that every asset of our game was really good tonight. We gave up some goals on the kill, but we had some really good moments on the kill as well. Our power play got us a big goal. Sazy was really good, our decor, and we got contributions from a lot of different guys offensively. So it was nice for us to kind of put everything together and to be able to do it as the more fatigued team and against a well-rested team. And it just says a lot about our group. And we did a really good job after a tough first week there. We're rebounding and getting ourselves back into the thick of it. And I'm really proud of the guys, and it was a really good week overall.
Can you kind of take me through this game? We'll just start at the beginning. It was 1-1 after 1. You guys outshoot them 16-7 in the first. Did you like your start?
Yeah, I mean, you outshoot guys 16-7. I had the chances as 9-2. Really felt like we were all over them. A little bit of a bad bounce on their first goal there. Feel for Tucky a bit, where a bouncing puck gets through his feet, and a good job by Brooks to get a good shot off there before Sazy was maybe fully set and ready. And but again, just the first time we haven't scored first in a game this year. And, we've had some times where we haven't been able to battle through momentum or shifts in the game. And I thought we did a really good job of sticking with it and not getting discouraged because they got I don't know if it was a lucky goal. It's a nice shot, but, a bad, unfortunate one for sure. Not much we can really do differently. And to be able to respond that way and be able to, tie it up late with a great goal by Sully that, just kind of galvanizes our group a little bit, and we were able to kind of stick to our game better than we had in previous ones. And that second period I thought was a good job. It would have been easy for us to kind of maybe let off the gas a bit or maybe show our fatigue and the kind of tiring week we had, but credit to our guys for staying with it and being able to get the job done.
So second period, you guys kind of exchange power play goals, and then Lucas Matta gets his first in the BCHL. Can you take me through what you guys saw from the goal, and then talk a little bit about Matta and that milestone for him?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the end of a really good offensive shift and a great pass there by Noah Serdachny, who kind of keeps his hot streak going to start the pod here. But you want to talk about Lucas Matta and the progression we've seen from him over the last 8-9 months here. And it's a difficult league to come into as a young defenseman and a young player, and the fact that we had to do that this year with four rookie defensemen, it's put a lot of pressure on those guys early on and even now. And been really happy with our whole back end, but Lucas is a guy that's stepped up huge for us, and he's shown that he can handle tough 5-on-5 minutes. He's playing on our power play. He's getting some time on the kill too, and it's an exciting guy when you see the package. I mean, he's 6'2", he can skate with anybody in our league, and he's got the offensive instincts to be able to contribute that way. I mean, he's got a package that screams professional hockey player, and to be able to see him put everything together for us here. He's had 6 really good games to start the pod here, and he's just going to continue to build off of it. And had a great chance in the first period that they got a deflection on, or maybe that was in the second. First period for sure, and then in the second, just he gets an opportunity in tight there, and he puts it home. And I'm sure that he might have wanted to have it sooner, but we're going to take him any way we can right now. And Matt's game is really rounding into form here, and really excited about what he's going to be able to do for us throughout the pod here, and then moving into next year as well.
Now, early in the third, you guys get the go-ahead goal very early in the third. Drew Bennett, who hadn't scored since the first game. So was that kind of big for him, and obviously big for the team to get that insurance mark?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it feels like when you're a little bit offensively challenged, like we have been over the first 2 weeks here, and I feel like every game we're kind of talking about a different guy who's been doing all the right things and not getting rewarded for it. And I mean, that's the hallmark of Drew Bennett's game. He's always doing the right things, whether it's 5-on-5 on the kill, on the power play. He's our hardest working guy. He has been for 2 years now. And, I don't think there's a guy on our team that our players want to see have more success than Drew, and he means so much to our organization as a leader and as a person. And I think that when he just shows, that's a huge goal there. You're coming into a third period when you're a little bit fatigued, and to be able to go out there and gain a 2-goal lead early in the third period off that goal was huge for us, and we were able to kind of ride that momentum all the way to the finish.
Yeah, so they do at one point cut the lead to 1 goal. Kind of a difficult situation there with that 5-minute major called, and then they score on the power play. So with them cutting it to 4-3, how confident are you guys, holding that lead? It hasn't been too many scenarios so far early this season where you guys have that 1-goal lead and hold it and get the regulation win. So can you just talk to me about the finish with that 1-goal lead and then getting the empty net?
Yeah, their power play goal there, obviously, when you get a 5-minute major late in a game and you have a lead, it's tough. I feel for Lindy. He's a 16-year-old kid in his 3rd BCHL game. There's no way that he's doing that intentionally. He's not running trying to hurt anybody or do anything like that. And it's tough for the refs there. I think that they make the call based on the result instead of the actual play. And I'm not here to criticize the officials or anything like that, but you just feel for a kid like that. And he's a hometown kid. He's half fan, half player for this team, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. And we love Lindy here, and you could tell that he was disappointed in the result of it there. And he's not a guy that's going out there looking to hurt anybody or do anything like that. And but it's also credit to our guys because they scored early in that power play. It's not like that they had the 5-minute major and they get one with 30 seconds left. We had to still kill off a few minutes after that, and our guys did a good job again of weathering the storm and not getting too caught up in the moment and getting frustrated with the call or the result, the goal, whatever it was. And we were able to end up drawing a penalty to get to 4-on-4 and then iced it with the empty netter. So it's just, you talk about situations we've had with the 1-goal lead, and obviously we've had two games against these guys now where we've given up a 1-0 lead late in the game and then given up a 1-1 tie and lost 2-1 early, and then obviously let them get an empty netter earlier in the week to force overtime. So that's obviously not something that we wanted to do. Obviously, after playing so many overtime games this week, we wanted to end it in regulation just for us, but the impact on the standings is huge too. And to be able to hold them off and not give them that extra point allows us to just move into a tie with Vernon for first, and hopefully be able to stay where we are in the standings and maybe even gain a little bit of room up top by ourselves there if we can keep playing the way we're playing.
We've highlighted some players already, but is there anyone else you would like to highlight positively for their performance today with the win?
Yeah, I think that we had a couple guys up front who sat out a couple games earlier in the week, and Philip Jacques and Danny Ciccarello, who made huge impacts for us tonight. I think that there's a couple guys on West K that are going to be remembering Chicky for sure after a few of the hits he threw. And, he just brought that energy all night for us, and he was good in our zone. He created a couple chances offensively. It would have been nice to see him and his line mates get rewarded for their efforts tonight. But, luckily we were able to get the win, and that's going to kind of be all the results we need right now from a team standpoint. And, Jaco, another guy, he came back into the lineup, and his job, the work he did on the kill today, he did some things individually that single-handedly got us some clears down the ice and killed some huge minutes off the clock there. And, it's just starting to show the maturity of our group. Like, we're carrying 14 forwards right now after Nathan Mackey's injury, and there's going to be times where guys are going to have to sit out, and you're going to be disappointed, but that's the nature of a team sport where we have the bodies. And going into now 13 games in 21 days, there's going to be times where guys might just be sitting from a rest standpoint, but I'll tell you that every guy in our room wants to be playing every single night. For those guys not to sit around and mope about it, but to come back and put the work in and bring that energy the whole time. And in this game, they were huge for us. And, it sets a great example for other guys too when they get in those similar situations where, hey, it might be one game where you're sitting out, but if you come back and you bring that energy and intensity, you're going to find you're going to make it so that we can take you out of the line moving forward. So it's great to see those guys respond that way, and just sends a great message to the rest of the guys in our room about, how much we care about each other and the type of environment we're trying to create here. So, that starts a little bit with me and Shatsy, but it really comes down to the players, and, they're carrying us right now, and they're doing a great job of kind of building the culture that we want to see in this program moving forward. So, like I said at the beginning, top to bottom, we were really happy with everybody.
Perfect. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks, Nick.